if it doesn't cloud judgment, I don't see it as a problem. Being a teammate is, even in many ways, and you might know this if you have like a military background, I think it is deeper than being a friend. Good, how's it going?
It's good, it's good. Yeah, first of all, definitely appreciate your content. I know me and many of my industry friends in the Twitter side love your content, super helpful.
Really?
So
Twitter?
This has been, yeah, we come from the small land of the Twitter sphere.
Okay. Feel like
this has been coming up as I try to scale to 7 figures. For context, I run a Twitter ghostwriting agency doing around $50K a month with a team of 4, including myself. And I had a bit of a military background. I was a team leader in the National Guard, and it was a lot easier because we had like a clear rank structure, is ingrained discipline, is in person, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So my question is really, how do you balance being friendly with a small team? Kind of, we're all similar ages. I'm 25. They're all like between 21 and 23. They're a few years younger. We can joke around. Like I genuinely could be friends with them. But also staying disciplined, accountable, KPI mission driven and all those things, because I have ambitious goals for the company. So I'm just curious how you'd handle that balance.
Well, I would say that I don't see the problem being like, okay, I'll give you some like of my thoughts and then just like talk through the situation more. I think that it is a more meaningful relationship because often you are driving towards a goal together. And I think that that's why a lot of people end up being, quote, friends at work, because if you can be a teammate with somebody, I think it makes it easier to be a friend with them. You go through like hard times together, you achieve hard goals, you face challenges. And so I think that it makes a lot of sense that people would become friends with people that they are good teammates with. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. When I think it becomes a problem, and I would ask you, where is this showing up that you would consider a problem, is when we feel an affinity towards somebody, and because of that, we don't give them the proper coaching, feedback, or treatment that we would if we didn't have such an affinity towards them. So when it starts to cloud judgment is when I feel that is a problem. Because the question is like, okay, well, if we're friends with people and nothing is happening, then is that a problem? I would say no. I'd say that's great. It'd be great to work with people you're friends with all the time and actually get shit done. But if you're not able to get shit done and they are not, I would say maybe they are not upholding your standards because they see you as more of a friend, I would consider that to be a, quote, problem that would need to be addressed.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's interesting because it's more of a gray area where sometimes I can feel myself being perhaps 1% nicer, and I might not get my point across on our team huddle that day because I'm feeling like a bit friendlier, and sometimes I feel like I miss that, and it might take 2 meetings to get my point across, where like if there's an attention to detail missing or something like that. So I feel it creeping. I'm just trying to get ahead of the problem.
I think being cognizant of it is the first step, and I would say like, in what capacity are you friends with them? Like, are you like going out and like doing stuff with them on the weekend nights? Are you taking them to dinner? Are you like what does it look like right now?
Yeah, it's definitely not that. We're not even in the same region of the world at the moment. It's more so just like we can spend the first 5-10 minutes of a meeting joking around. We reply to each other on social media. Like we all have the same interests. So there's definitely a lot of cohesion there. And like you said, that to an extent that's a good thing. But it's definitely not crossing a line.
So has anything not happened in the business that you want to have happen because of it?
I'd say there's been like little misses on attention to detail, and as a ghostwriting agency, it's like little things matter, like spelling, for example, or deadlines and stuff like that. So I'd say those are those little things.
Do we have a process in place that clearly states like a SOP of how to double check their work before publishing?
Yes and no. I think it could be clearer.
Because I might even just start there more than like thinking it's because you're friendly with them, is it might be like, do we actually have a clear process? Because I think, something I was talking to my friend about this morning, he was like, people can do a 10 out of 10 in their job, but you may not have outlined what the job is to the best of your ability, therefore you set them up for failure. You say, you didn't do the job, and they're like, well, this is the job that has been given to me and the instructions I've been given. It's like, well, they're shitty instructions.
Yeah, that's fair. That's something I want to dive into today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all do that. So I think it's like, try to figure out, is it the instructions? If it's not the instructions, then maybe just desensitizing them to more candid conversations with you.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good one.